welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on my breastfeeding journey and some essential products that I think every breastfeeding mother should have. If you're interested in this video, please keep watching. So first, I think I'm going to start off by telling you guys a little bit about my journey and some of the things that I have struggled with. I have been fortunate enough. My phone will not stop going off. I want to kill my husband. Let me just start by saying that I know not all women are able to breastfeed. I know it's not for everybody. Some people choose not to. Some people physically can't. And that's totally fine. I think fed is best. I don't care if they're bottle fed, breastfed, formula fed, whatever other kind of feedings there are. As long as they're fed, the job is done. For me personally, I have always wanted to breastfeed. I told myself that I didn't care how much it was going to hurt or anything. I even told my husband, you have to see me through it. You have to not let me give up. It's something I really wanted to dedicate myself to. My daughter, from the moment she came out, latched on and breastfed like a champ. I didn't have to coax her. I didn't have to really have any assistance. She just latched on right away, and I was afraid she wouldn't because I did have an epidural, and I heard that that can cause some trouble with breastfeeding, but that just simply wasn't the case for us. From the first feeding, I fell in love with breastfeeding. I felt like such a connection to her, and I just felt my body responding, and I know it was like by the next day my boobs were already feeling like they were getting heavy, like the milk was coming in, and that was so exciting to me. So she was about 2 days old when we brought her home, and within the next 2 days my milk came in. I noticed that my breast had become enlarged, and I was starting to notice the milk around her mouth, so I knew it was now breast milk and not colostrum. In the beginning, I was breastfeeding her on command. I wasn't going by any schedule whatsoever. I was just listening to her cues. If she wanted to feed, I fed her as long as she needed to. I wasn't going by any schedule. I did have a lactation appointment, and I spoke with a lactation nurse, and she told me that that tends to be the best way to do it, instead of trying to keep them on a feed schedule where, oh, every so many hours you feed them. She just said, just listen to your baby. When she needs it, she needs it. So that's kind of the motto I've gone from. Even still, I kind of keep an eye on how often she is feeding because I don't want her to overfill herself, but I do just kind of go by her cues. I don't go by any schedule necessarily. So some of the struggles that I did have was, I believe, so it was like a week after I think my milk had come in, my boobs did feel really heavy and sore. I was producing a lot of milk, and that's normal in the beginning. Your body is adjusting and trying to figure out how much milk it needs to produce. So I did have some discomfort, and it was really for about 2 days where they felt very tender. Also, by then my nipples were hurting as well. They felt really sore for about 2 days. I could still feed her, but it just felt pretty uncomfortable. I would kind of make a grimacing face when she would feed. Aside from that, I believe like another week later, I was noticing, this is kind of TMI, but at the tips of my nipples, I was getting these little blisters that looked like they were filled with liquid. And I did some research, and I found out those are called milk blisters, and those hurt really bad. I had them mostly on my right boob. And what I had read, the only way to get rid of those is to actually pop them. It's when skin kind of grows over the milk ducts, so when she sucks, the milk kind of just comes through like a bubble. So I had to physically pop those, and that was not fun. I had a couple of them, and they come back, so you have to pop them a few times before they don't come back up again. So there was a couple patches where things were difficult and kind of painful, but other than that, she's just a boobie freak. She loves breastfeeding. She's on me, I feel like 24/7 sometimes, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So an essential product that all breastfeeding mothers need to have are these bad boys. These are nursing pads. I did not understand the importance of these until I now breastfeed. I just have the Up&up brand from Target. They're about $5 for a 60 count. But you put these inside of your bras, kind of just like how a period pad works. Your boobs will leak a lot, at least mine do. I don't know if it's because I have a lot of milk or what, but I thought I could go without them sometimes. So there was a patch where I wasn't wearing them and I would leak, and I would start to notice like a ring of irritation where the milk was on my skin. So I learned really quickly that you have to use these all the time. The next essential item is definitely have some good nursing bras. I have two here that are my favorite. I do have one other one that's a sleep nursing bra, but I cannot find it for the life of me right now. So with nursing bras, they just have little snaps like that. So it just looks like a regular bra, and then you can unsnap it and bring the boob down so that it's exposed for the baby. The funny thing is that I spent like $30 on this bra at Target. It's that brand Gilligan O'Malley, and I don't like this one as much as I like this one that I got at Walmart for $17. You can see it's a little stained. You can't keep these things clean. This one has held up so much better than the one I spent like twice the amount on at Target. I just noticed that this one, if you get any milk on it, it starts to wrinkle up and stay that way. And I've washed it and it just has not held its shape at all. I would just say that you need 2 to 3 good nursing bras. You will go through them. Milk just ends up all over them. At least for me, she dribbles on them, and it's just good to have a couple on hand. So another necessity is a good nursing nightie. It's just a little dress. It's super soft. I did get this at Walmart, and I believe it was like $12. I got this before she was even born, and I actually wore it in the hospital. It's so comfy, and it's just so easy in the middle of the night to just snap the boobie part down and feed her. Yeah, I would say definitely have one of these. I've tried wearing like a regular tank top to bed or something, and I just feel like having to lift up a shirt is not convenient. I just feel like these make life so much easier. So when I was talking about how my nipples hurt and I got those milk blisters, I actually started using this Boob Ease organic nipple cream. This stuff helped me so much. It was so soothing. So whenever I felt like my nipples were feeling really chapped or sore, I would just rub this on it, and I feel like instantly would feel a lot better. It just would help keep them hydrated, because I know some women suffer from cracked nipples, but this just helps prevent that, and if they are, it helps to soothe the pain. So yeah, I would just kind of keep this on. I kept it on for about a week, and it just really helped soothe things in that area. And last but not least is a good breast pump. I know some women choose not to do any bottle feeding at all. Like I said, I do exclusively give her breast milk, but I have pumped, and I do have a little bit of a stock of pumped breast milk in the freezer. That's just in case I'm ever away from her. I do want to have the option of somebody giving her my breast milk. I feel like it will be convenient a little later on when me and my husband do decide we want a date night or something. My parents can give her a bottle. We have already tried giving her a bottle, and she does take it very well. So if you do plan on doing that, a good breast pump is a necessity. This is the Medela Pump and Style Advanced. This is just the actual component, and then here are the tubes and bottles it comes with. Most insurances do provide, at least in California, I've heard, some states don't, but most insurances will cover it 100%. I know I didn't even have to pay for this, which was really nice, because I know breast pumps can be pretty expensive, but especially if you're a mom who's going to be going back to work, you're going to need a good pump. Alright you guys, that's it for my breastfeeding journey and essential products. Like I said, it's different for all mothers. I have respect for all women who feed their babies. Fed is best. Give them lots of feedings and love, and that's what's most important. I hope you learned something from my video. My daughter is waking up, so I know I'm going to need to feed her in a minute. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.